started.
Hopefully it works. I'm just waiting for the stream to go up. Alright, I'm going to test the microphone.
Yep.
Alright, can you just talk in the play so I can check that your mic
Yep.
works?
Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, I can hear it on stream. Sounds good.
Yes, that's working.
Perfect.
It's all working. That is great news.
Well, that's great to hear. So yes, if you're talking, I'll just scout for people to watch.
Yep. That is the correct thing too. Alright, we are here for round 2 of the Oceania Racing League Season 2. We are in Jeddah. And this is the Div 1 race. We had our Div 2 race earlier today, which was won by, hello there, a new reserve driver who won on their debut and is now racing for this Div 1 race. It's also our first ever fully stacked grid with 20 drivers. And we'll be looking to get the session underway soon, hopefully. Someone still might be loading in. But once that happens, we'll be ready to get underway. Someone's just connecting still. And there we go. So everyone's just putting their setups on currently and waiting to go out of the pits, and it looks like there's an Alpha
We've got a
Romeo.
Haas. Oh yep, an Alpha coming out.
It's Unshod Lizard, the first one to make their way out onto the track for round 2 here. And you can see a McLaren making its way out of the pits as well.
That is Quacker Splash that is coming out.
So just 2 people out of the pits for now, and many more coming out of the pits. And to see how much faster, how fast they can go around here. I believe the Div 2 pole time was about a 1:28.2, something around there. So
It'll be interesting to see. Definitely, it'll be interesting to see how they go out. They always say hello there, the Div 2 race winner for today, coming out. Now, as we think almost everyone is almost out of the pits to get ready for this qualifying session.
Yeah, well, the furthest ahead, Unshod Lizard, we're on board with him through this sector 2 because he's on his outlap, and he's just got this little bit to go, and he can start the first flying lap of round 2. He's almost there. He just needs to get to the end of this long straight. What kind of corner exit can he do for himself? He taps the wall on the inside, so that's going to lose him a bit of momentum and possibly a bit of front wing.
Not the ideal.
He's using all the track there and coming into turn 1. Very, very aggressive turning there. And he just manages to keep the car inside those white lines. Now coming round this twisty, tricky turn, sector 1. And he's gone wide there. Will his lap time be invalidated? It stays on the board and legal. And he's coming down this short straight. There's a yellow flag, and he's gone purple so far in the sector. Around the long hairpin on the exit. And now down the longer straight. A bit of a wind around them, and he goes a bit deep, it looks like. And he cuts the turn a bit, but he's managed to not get his lap time disqualified.
So Quacker Splash in the McLaren coming around in sector 2, and we have a yellow flag in sector 3. Is that?
I think it was just someone letting someone else through. So
From the looks of it, I think it might have been. I think it might have been the Ferrari.
Oh, that might be.
Oh no, we have a.
No, it's just someone letting someone few.
Oh no, we have Bean OCE spun out. Down. Just coming close towards the hairpin as he spins it back around. He's lost a lot of front wing. This unshod Lizard sets the fastest lap so far, and that's... Bean's got to be very close here. Tries to spin the car back around, and he does get it through. It's got some work to do, though, with that front wing damaged.
Yeah, his tyres will be screaming out in pain, so around this high-speed track, it's very hard to get those tyres back down to temperature. Once they're already up to temperature. Mr. Gamer goes across the line for a 1:30.3, beating Unshod Lizard's time by 3 seconds. And that Alpha Tauri duo are coming across the line. Drama has just gone into the pits, and that's Stick AU that has gone up into second place, you can see there. But I'm gonna go on board. Hello there, the pole sitter and the Div 2 race winner. They've already gone purple. They were flying last time. And Rapid Clappy's gone for a 1:29.9. X2 Mickey's gone even faster, 1:29.7. And Hello there makes his way through this high-speed chicane. Just doesn't get invalidated. He's so close. His car's on the edge. Through this sector we go.
Skit sets the fastest lap with a 1:29.3. Skits, who performed quite well in the Div 2 race, coming 4th in the McLaren. So not too bad of a performance from him. We'll see what he can do here in qualifying. So we see Hello there come around the final corner. What type of lap can he set? So I think there's an Alpha Tauri off the track, or just letting someone through. Down in Sector 2 as Hello there will set a 1:29. Great lap from him. And will that maybe transfer over into the race?
Yeah, it does. It looks like about half the drivers have set some laps and they're coming into the pits. But one that is not doing either is Bonker Boys on his first flying lap of this session. And he's thundering down this middle sector. And he's got his lap time invalidated.
Oh no.
Just goes a bit too deep into that corner.
So unfortunate.
J-Man has spun round. And that's his his right end plate that's missing from his car, so his first lap time hasn't worked out for him. He's going to have to go back into the pits. And K-Man is the only one on a flying lap that hasn't got damage or been invalidated. He is the one to watch here. What sort of lap time can he string together as he's coming to the final turn of the Jeddah Corniche circuit? He rounds the final corner and he hits the wall just like Max Verstappen did. Is there damage on that car? There is no damage, but it'll have damaged his lap time, and it has his only gone for a 1:32.
So Slow Williams coming around the final corner now. Or
yeah, that's Hello there.
So it's Hello there coming around. It's going quite slow.
He should be coming to the pits. You'd have to assume they are not coming to the pits. Going to go out for another lap. I'm going to go on board this entire lap with them, so you can take us through it if you want.
Yes, as we go on board with Hello. Oh, there's a big crash. X2 Mickey has hit the wall. He's hit the wall roughly in about sort of spoonish section part of the track. And that's a lot of damage to that Haas. Mickey finds his way back. He'll have to come back to the pits and hopefully get that car repaired as we get back on board with Hello there as he comes around to end Sector 1, start Sector 2 as he's flying through. He gets so close to the wall. Coming around, you just got to be so careful going through here, because one mistake can really mess it up, and he's almost nailed that corner as he comes through the nice long straight here. He can really get the speed through here, Jetta. This corner's quite tricky. Makes it perfect. Brilliant race from Hello there, and Div 2 led every single lap of the race. As he'll come down to the final corner, what type of time can he set? Can he make an improvement? Can he make it himself harder to chase down? It looks like it might be. As he comes to the line, it'll be a 1:28.8. What a lap from Hello there. What a lap. As Mr. Spark comes into the pits after, I think he might have had some damage. He's invalidated his lap time.
Retirement there.
So, Sheep Palpatine is out of quali. He will not be able to chase down the leader. As see J-Man come around the final corner to start his flying lap. He'll come through into turn 1. Bit slow there through turn 2, but it'll be alright. Yellow flag's up ahead. I think someone's letting him go. Move to the left side of the track to let him through.
Oh, and he's rounded down in a second.
He's spun it out. Got some wing damage. And that will not help his attempt to put himself on pole or in a good spot for the race. So unfortunate. Lots of spins going on. See Bean OCE now. Not too bad so far of his first sector as he crashed down on his first run. It'll be 34 in the first sector as he comes around the hairpin. I'll hand it back to you. We can run it through his lap.
Alright, Bean OCE. So he's coming up to this high speed chicane now. We want to really maximise the amount of track you're using through here. Lots of time to be gained and lost. He's coming down this long, sort of curvy, windy straight with DRS now. Coming up to turn 22, round 23, and just a couple more to go until he can smell the checkered flag now.
Just an update, Skits has just hit the inside wall coming through that final chicane as he sets a 1:29.3.
Yeah, thanks. Bean OCE's coming round. I think this might be an in-lap actually, because it's not the fastest. Yeah, it is an in-lap. But I really thought J-Man his car was out. He hit the wall so hard. And it's a miracle he hasn't ripped one of those wheels off. It was a huge impact.
I think most people now starting to come into the pits.
Yeah, I think ISO Skits, I think he might be on an in-lap, but I'll see some sort of yellow flag in the last sector. AK Sided just hits the wall there. And they're now coming to the last corner. But with that wing damage, they go a bit wide. That could have affected them. But this also might be an in-lap from them as well. I see. Yeah, it is an in-lap. Everyone pretty much coming into the pits.
Just on board.
Oh,
So quack a splash.
Italian Herbs has crashed out of the race.
Oh, so unfortunate for him.
Yeah, and Stick AU, another one to prematurely end his session. Gonna see if we can look from Quack a Splash. Yeah, he might have just hit the inside curb maybe and just launched him straight on as the McLaren's set a fastest sector 2. Can he contest for pole position? He's coming to the line. Round to the final corner. What is it gonna be? He's rounded the final turn out of 27. It's not quite good enough for those top 3, but he's knocking on the door. in 4th position right now.
Rapid Clappy, I think, is also on a flying lap. Last week's race winner in Australia.
He's disqualified his lap time.
Oh, he has run wide, maybe. So I think most people will now be coming in, chucking on those new softs, and hopefully getting back out there to set the fastest time possible to give themselves the best chance in the race.
Yeah, you can see the Haas car that I'm on with Mr. Sparks just invalidated his lap time there, going a bit wide. And all the drivers will be coming round. Oh, and J-Man! He's gone round and smashed his front wing off for a 3rd time. Can he get back to the pits and set a lap? It'll be about a minute and a half back to the... maybe 2 minutes back to the pits. And he'll probably spend about 30 seconds in the pits. So, by the time he jumps out of the pits, he'll have to do a really, really fast lap, even to get to the line to set a lap. So, that will be almost as exciting as the battle for pole position between the two up front.
Bino's here, he's just run wide just before the chicane, has not invalidated his lap, and he's gone a few tenths faster in Sector 1 as he starts his Sector 2 lap. I think he's one of the only people so far on a flying lap. Most people are just coming out of the pits or going in to swap onto those tyres, but if you are swapping onto those tyres, you need to be quick. As we saw in Div 2, quite a few people did not make that final checkered flag due to boxing a few minutes before. As he comes through this fast left-right sweeper. Gets it just about as well as you can get. As he comes down to the massive final straight before penultimate corner as he rounds it around now. It's a good turn in as he comes to the line. What will the time be? Can he improve from 17th? As he crosses the line, it'll be a 1:31. That'll put him up into 9th place. So we also see Haroldinho come around the final corner as well. Ferrari might have blocked him there. Looked like he was almost sideways as Haroldinho crosses the line. He'll set a 1:29.6, and that'll put him into 4th place. That is not a bad lap. I think Bino's here.
Spun it round on that high speed section. Really easy to drop the car. Very similar to what J-Man did earlier, but he's just gotten unlucky.
In the other Mercedes, sorry to interrupt you there, but Ice Iron Rhino in the Mercedes is on his final flying lap, came 3rd in the Div 2 race. Oh, I thought he might have crossed the line there, did not quite invalidate it. Few slow cars up ahead. Just run a tiny bit wide coming into that final hairpin. Oh no, he's abandoned the lap.
I'm going to watch J-Man now, because we want to know, can he get round in time to set a lap time?
Hopefully I'll just stay on board with Ice Rhino here. Has abandoned his lap to go for one final push to the finish line, I think. Unless he's planning on pushing into the pits.
Yeah, I don't know if there's enough time for Ice Iron Rhino to get to the finish line.
Seems to be slowing down quite a fair bit, which just isn't what you want. Just needs to get going now.
Some drivers now all starting their final run to the line, their final lap time. Can J-Man put his car over the start-finish straight before the time runs out? He goes across the line and makes it.
And so, Rhino will also make it, I think.
Yep, he has made it.
He has made it.
Gonna look to the next person to cross the line. I think that's gonna be Hello there, who's already set a lap, so they're on their in lap now.
no, J-Man spun it again. He's out of qualifying. He's binned it again on the same corner, and he's just done the same thing, and he's lost that wheel, so that'll be some problems as he will start from the back of the grid for this race. So unfortunate. Crashed 3 times. So disappointing as we see Iron Rhino make his final push to the line, see if he can improve his time, maybe push past the McLarens, or maybe even put himself on pole.
Mr. Game is coming to the line. What's it going to be for his final lap? It's 9th place for him. A couple more people coming across the line, but it's just this McLaren and Ice Iron Rhino that need to do it. And Quacker's Splash has just put his car into 3rd place. Lovely lap from him.
Oh, Haas gets very close to Iron Rhino as he comes sweeping through the final straight as he comes up into the final corner, and I think he might have locked up his tyres on the right. Will that affect it too much as he comes in? He's short shifting, and no, he's coming into the pits, I think. Yeah, no improvement for Iron Rhino, unfortunately. But that'll be the end of the session. And that's going to make out for a very, very interesting Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Yeah, you can see Hello there getting the fastest lap by 0.4 of a second. You can look down the grid. You got Mickey, followed by the McLaren of Quacker Splash, followed by Skits, Haroldinho, MXTZ, Ice Iron Rhino, Rapid Clappy, Mr. Gamer, Italian Herbs rounds out the top 10, followed by Bean OC, aka Sided, Drummer, Bonker Boy, Stick AU, Unshod Lizard, K-Man, Mr. Spark, Sheev Palpatine, and J-Man round out the grid. Those bottom 2 did not set a time because they both DNF'd from the session, both having crashed. Sheev Palpatine having crashed a lot earlier on than J-Man, who crashed in the dying. He crashed 3 times, but the one in the dying moments was the most significant.
Yeah, definitely. We know Hello there and X2 Mickey, they will be starting on the front row of the grid, and they also finished on the front row of the grid in the Div 2 race. They were both teammates at Alpine. Hello there won the race, followed by X2 Mickey, so can we see a similar result than what we did in the Div 2 race? We'll just have to see as we get ready to start the race here for Div 1 round 2. So I think we should have a formation lap going, so everyone can warm up those tyres. We saw in the Div 2 formation lap, few people got disqualified quite early, so they were waiting there for a very, very long time to get those cars back. So here we are. Go for the formation lap and we're underway. J-Man starting from the back of the grid, unfortunately, after crashing the car 3 times during qualifying. Hopefully he can turn that around.
Looks like he's going for the strategy of going very slow on the formation lap and trying to get everyone's tyres to cool down.
Sheev Palpatine and Sparky have been disqualified on the first corner, so they're going to have to wait for probably about 2 or so minutes for everyone to get back around. So their tyres are going to be incredibly cold off the start, and just a risky move there. Might have made contact into turn 1, but that's very, very unfortunate. It's going to cost them quite a bit here off the start.
Yeah, and I think J-Man is trying to open up a gap to the drivers in front so he can make their tyres as cold as possible, and his tyres a lot warmer, so I'll follow that.
Warming up the tyres, pacing the grid as we come into to start this Div 1 race here at round 2. To remind you of the standings so far in first place with 25 points, Skits with 18, J-Man with 15, so it'll be big climb up the grid for J-Man to hopefully hold on to his 3rd place. Ice Iron Rhino with 12 points in 4th. Bananaria in 10th, Bean OCE 7th, Temp 6th, and Mr. Gamer with 4 points in 8th. So we'll see how that championship turns out today, and we'll see what these drivers can do. So as Hello There rounds the final corner, tries to warm up his tyres for the final time before the start of the race. Everyone trying to get that just as much of an advantage as possible. As much as starting up at the front of the grid is an advantage, it is just a bit difficult for these drivers at pole, because they do have to wait a tiny bit longer before they can get underway from when they get to the grid. So you see Hello There trying to warm up his tyres as much as possible. So you see Spark and Sheev Palpatine there already sitting on the grid. And so we'll get ready for the 5 red lights. I'll hand it back over to you.
Yeah, big gap between first and second. You can see why they're forming up. X2 Mickey trying to get Hello There's tyres about as cold as possible. Couple drivers getting disqualified for just overshooting their pit mark, or their grid mark.
Yeah, but it's just so crucial.
Everyone is formed up, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights on for round 2 of the Oceania Racing League. And it's lights out, and away we go. Looks like Mickey has got a decent start, but Hello There's got a better one. Into the first corner we go. 3 wide there, and there's a crash. I think that's one of the Alfa Romeos being forced out wide. And they're keeping it pretty clean. Couple of people going 3 wide. We're going to stick through this tight corner. Could be some collisions here.
Oh, and there's a spinning Merc. There's a Merc. There's quite a few people. Drummer and Mr. Spark out the session, and I think that will be a safety car. There was Bean OCE spinning around, and that'll be it for Drummer and Spark.
Yeah, they might have been involved in a collision with Bean OCE. Did you see what happened there?
Didn't quite see. I did see a spinning Merc, but I think there was just a few collisions after Bean had spun. But J-Man, what a start, already up into P13, and the predicted strategies from the mediums to the hard, which, as we can see, there is quite a few on the medium tyres.
Yeah, J-Man, one of them starting from the hard tyres, trying to go for an alternate strategy. And even on those hard tyres, he's gained 7 places, so a really impressive first drive from him.
Yeah, he's pulled it back from qualifying, which is great to see. So we have a safety car on the first lap of this Grand Prix, 1 out of 25, and we've already got one. I think we had probably about 4 or 5 in the Div 2 race, which really shakes things up, but you can really tell from the strategy with people such as Italian Herb, aka Sidon, and K-Man. They're all going on the soft, so I think they are going to bank that a safety car will happen around their stoppers. I think there goes Bean OCE into the pits.
Hello There's just caught up to the safety car. He got a good exit.
Bean OCE's been given a 5-second time penalty as well for speeding in the pit lane. So, more added trouble for Bean.
Well, the grid's starting to form up, so safety car. If Bean can catch up in time, the safety car should be in this lap.
Yeah, we saw that happen quite a few times,
but
but
front wing damage for someone there.
Saw quite a few. Hopefully he can try to keep it clean on the restart, as we did see in Div 2. Quite a bit of brake checking of people just having a go, but so far, not too bad. So 2 already out of the race on lap 1.
Just gonna try and see who got some front wing damage. I saw an M plate come loose from a car. That might be Mickey, actually.
That could.
No.
Trying to look, and I don't think it is.
It's someone in 5th, 6th, or 7th place. Definitely saw an M plate fall off one of the cars.
I'll try to find that for you. So I think it might be Italian Herbs. Yeah, it is. It's Italian Herbs in the Williams. His right end plate is gone loose from the car, so little bit of a disadvantage, but can get that fixed up quite easily if the safety car does not choose to come in this lap, which it won't.
Yeah,
so does he go for the pit and go for the hards, maybe?
Oh, a bit of brake checking around that final corner. You see everyone having to slow down and stamp on the brakes, and it's a miracle that no one has slammed into anyone. Yeah, Italian Herbs coming into the pits after that wing damage. He was just in that first sector. Like about 5 people came round right where the safety car was and weren't ready for it. Had to brake very quickly.
Take a look and see what tyres he is. He's putting on the yellow medium tyres, so he's looking to go maybe to about lap 12, lap 15 before maybe putting on those hards to go all the way to the finish as he comes out the pits in 17th. Has Bean pitted again? So Bean's pitted once more, so did he get some wing damage maybe on that lap, or has he decided to change up his strategy to maybe try and get an edge?
I saw him going wide on that last corner. But also an alternate strategy for Italian Herbs could be to stretch these tyres out and go onto the soft tyres.
It's a good idea. I think Bean has thought the same thing. He's put on the hards. Maybe try to go as long as possible.
Yeah, if he's putting on the hard, he'll be going for a one-stop here.
Maybe try to gain those positions when everyone's pitting, as hopefully we do get back to racing.
Yeah, this should be the final lap under the safety car. Everyone has caught up except for Beano's here, who's just a couple of seconds away from catching up, and he's now caught up, so I expect we'll get the message from the FIA that we'll get back under racing next lap.
I think these drivers are very eager to get back to racing. Had probably about, I think they might have had maybe about 3 corners of racing before the safety cars come out, so...
Rapid Clappy seems to be glitching out a bunch.
Yeah, so... a lot's going on here so far at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
The
safety car is in this lap, so we will get racing here at Saudi Arabia. We'll get back to racing on lap 4. As... Hello there will hold up the pack, and can he do the back-to-back? One in Div 2 earlier today, and can he do it again here in Div 1? Showed lots of pace. So they come around the final corner. When is he going to go? Still waiting. Still waiting, and I think he is gone. So we'll get this race back underway, and he's already got quite a substantial lead coming out. Here as we go into the first corner, Mickey chasing him down. It's already a 7/10 gap. Mr. Gamer will overtake.
Oh, he's actually defending, I believe, from the Ferrari. Tried to
J-Man. J-Man moves up to 11th. So, hello there, really extending this lead here.
J-Man's jumped K-Man on the start. That's a crash.
Oh, Chief Palpatine.
It's the Red Bull.
Has had a crash, and it's nightmares for Red Bull, leading the constructors' standings, and that won't help.
Gonna go on board Ice Iron Rhino now. He's looking to go for a move on K-Man down the inside into the long hairpin. He goes a bit deep, and he's gotten the move done. Great move there, but K-Man's coming back at him down this straight, this weavy bit into the chicane they go. K-Man looks to be a bit ahead. They leave each other enough room.
Oh, so tight. Oh, there's a big crash. Alfa Romeo, aka Sided, is out of the race. And that was a massive crash. Couldn't quite see what happened there, but it looked like he might have just over-rotated, and we are back to another safety car.
It looks like for a second that J-Man could have been involved in this incident because he dropped a place, then gained it back up obviously with the Alfa Romeo DNFing, but his car is unscathed, so still in 11th place. And the drivers coming into the pits now. There's a couple of them.
So quite a few. So we see think Bonker Boy and Skits, Italian Herbs. No, Mickey's in the pits. Mickey and Skits are in the pits, I think.
Yeah, well, Mickey...
I will make sure of that. I'll come check it out.
Mickey will be hoping that there won't be another safety car for the rest of the race. Neither will these three down the current bottom.
So Mickey's put on the hards, so has Skits, and Bonker Boy is also put on the hards, so these tyres are hoping to last them to the end of the race as we're back under safety car here at Jeddah.
Yeah, I think you can't I think the minimum number of laps on the safety car might be 2, so we might have to wait another lap until we'll go racing, but the track is clear, so hopefully if
everyone has caught up as well. Bonker Boy just reaches the back of the pack, so hopefully we get that message from the FIA saying that we can go racing again.
Yeah, and we'll run down the current grid order. Hello there is in first, Quacker Splash second, Mr. Gamer in third. Behind them the Ferrari MXTZ, behind them Haroldinho, Rapid Clappy in the Red Bull, Iceland Rhino in the Mercedes, J-Man, the reigning world champion, is up into 8th in the Aston Martin. Behind him Italian Herbs, K-Man rounds out the top 10. Bean OCE in the Mercedes is in 11th place, but followed by the Alfa Romeo of Unshod Lizard, Stick AU, X2 Mickey in the Haas, ISO Skits and Bonker Boy. So all those three I just mentioned at the end have pitted onto the hard tyres and are gambling on this strategy.
So we will have another lap under the safety car, but Mylander doesn't quite think that it's ready for us to go racing yet, so he will stay out, and we'll just have to see what goes on.
Again.
So Skits has gone in, so has there been contact maybe under safety car? I don't see like there's any damage.
Maybe he just wanted to be on the medium compound, and so didn't think there was anything to lose, just pitting back onto the medium, so...
I mean, seems like he's got a free pit stop there, so...
Yeah, pretty much.
Could be a good strategy.
I lost out on the place to Bonker Boy. So, hopefully... for him, he can gain that position back quickly in this race. As he's going to have to catch up to the safety car queue before they reach Sector 3. If we want to go racing.
You'd think we'd have to go racing on this lap. It's all clear. I think Skits will be catching up here.
Yeah, he'll definitely catch up before Sector 3.
So quite a hectic start here in Jeddah. 4 cars already out. Only got 16 left running. X2 Mickey, who started second, is down in 14th. He's decided to pit for the hards, go for the bold strategy. So is Skits, who was in third, I believe. So we'll see how that turns out for the both of them. So we get ready for the restart here in Jeddah.
Surprisingly, so far no one's got a penalty. That after all those crashes, no one at fault at any of them in the FIA's mind. But if there were any, they can always be submitted to the stewards.
So there we are, safety car in this lap. As what a race so far for J-Man. Started in 20th, crashed the car 3 times in qualifying, didn't quite get a lap in, and is already up into P8. So great race so far for him. We'll see what he can do here as safety car is starting to come in. As hello there, we'll get ready to restart the cars.
Goes very wide into that first turn.
Quacker Splash right on him. Tries to catch him out. Quacker Splash is right there with him. He still hasn't gone. He can go whenever, and he decides to go now. He gets the jump on Quacker Splash as we go into lap 7 of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We've had probably about 2 laps of racing so far as we go into turn 1. Rapid Clappy puts himself up into 4th. J-Man goes up into 9th place.
The spin
He's
for Quacker
put back up.
Splash.
Oh, Quacker Splash. 2nd place, and he's dropped down all the way to last, just like that.
J-Man's gotten hit from behind by K-Man, but he's managed to catch it. He got punted and managed to catch the spin from it, and that's a front wing damage for Unshod Lizard, who's gonna get gobbled up by X2 Mickey behind him.
Hello There's already put a 1.2 second lap, so he's absolutely rapid. Saw that in the Div 2 race as well. He led every single lap of the race, and he's done the same here so far. But will we see a change maybe? Maybe someone out the shadows, maybe Rapid Clappy will come back again for back-to-back wins here in Div 1.
Bonker Boy and BNOCE scrapping it out for P13. But Bonker Boy keeping 13th place for now. They're catching up to Unshod Lizard.
Skits puts it down the inside of Unshod Lizard. Great move. He needs to put himself back up as quick as possible, but those medium tyres are going to be so helpful, as they're just so much quicker compared to the hards. As we see here, Mickey and Skits coming into the final corner. It could be a good move. Skits goes round the outside. I think there could have been contact there. Couldn't quite see. As Hello There says the fastest lap of the race with a 1:33.7. And I think Skits will hold on and he gets past Mickey.
Oh, Mr. Gamer is battling Rapid Clappy and MXTZ up the front.
And the first penalty of the race has gone to Unshod Lizard with a 5-place grid penalty. And Bonker Boy has also got a 3-second time penalty.
Spin for BNOCE.
Oh, there's a spin! There's a spinning Williams! Italian Herb's out the race, and I think he might have collected Haroldinho with that. Haroldinho has no front wing. And for the 3rd time in 8 laps, we have a safety car, and we have 15 cars running. It's so unfortunate for Haroldinho. Just Italian Herb spun right in front of him. There's nothing he could do about it. Got collected, so he'll have to pit as he has no front wing whatsoever, and a few other penalties being handed out. And Haroldinho has a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. So it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Who is going to pit under this safety car? If the top 9 all pit would have worked perfectly into X2 Mickey's favour. He pitted under the last safety car, and we'll be right there if anyone pits under this safety car.
Yeah, don't forget Skits as well. He also had pit under that safety car with Mickey. He's on the mediums, but I think he will have to pit again. Yeah, well, depends how many laps, as we see almost everyone pushing into the pits. Hello there, Rapid Clappy, Mr. Gamer. Almost every single one. And Haroldinho has a 5-second penalty. And
J-Man into the lead of the race. He's gotten the lead now. X2 Mickey behind him. And Bonker Boy behind them. So, hello there. The race leader has come out in 4th place now. And I wonder what that is going to mean for this race. And everyone's come out the pits now. And the grid has been set for this safety car restart. And you can see J-Man, X2 Mickey, and Bonker Boy. J-Man hasn't pitted, but X2 Mickey and Bonker Boy both pitted early on. So this could have played into their hands, but I think Skits might have been caught up in an incident under the safety car, because he has dropped down to 14th.
Apologies for that. I've been muted for a lot of the race. Been commentating for quite a while and have just forgotten. So, technical difficulties so far. But yes, I was saying Skits and Mix FN, they double stacked, which is why Skits is so far down. He's pitted onto the hards. So, not too bad of a start there.
We should go racing after one more lap under the safety car. And
big question here, will J-Man pit? Do you think he might come in for the hards, or
no, I
a
think
bit late now?
He's very experienced in this league, and knows that the chance of another safety car in this race is very high. We've had 3 in 10 laps, so with 15 more laps to go, the chances of another safety car coming out are almost certain.
Couldn't agree more there. J-Man is also on the hard, so he can go pretty much for as long as he wants, but he does need to abide with those mandatory tyres, so he can't go on the hards just for the entire race length. But there has to be another safety car, you'd think, especially since what you've said, where we've had 3 safety cars, 9 laps, so we'll see how this turns out on the restart.
Yeah, just a bit more of a lap to go, and then we'll be racing once more.
All cars bunched up, ready to go racing, all revving to go. I think we've had 3 laps of racing, maybe 4. So everyone's very excited to get going. See, Mickey's gone up to second. So Mickey started second, he's back up to second, so his strategy has worked absolutely. Oh! There's a front wing! Someone's front wing is off. I've just seen one go flying. Trying to work out whose front wing has been taken. Can't quite tell, but there was a front wing that has been damaged. Oh, it's J-Man. I think J-Man's front wing. It is.
Oh, it is.
I think he might have hit the safety car, and the safety car's in this lap.
Disaster for J-Man. He was in a great position after a recovery drive. He started in 20th, he got up to 1st, and now he's going to tumble all the way back down to 20th place.
I think he might have hit the safety car, unfortunately. As we will go back and check that one out. As we restart here in Jeddah, I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, well, J-Man's going to go into the pit, so it's going to be X2 Mickey leading us away. And Bonga Boy gets a much better start than him. He's already looking to pull alongside him. Sticks behind him. And that's a spin for Hello there. He's been tapped round. Resets the track, so that could be a penalty for him. And he got tapped round from behind by Rapid Clappy. And now he's been overtaken by K-Man. And he was looking very good, but he's been tapped round. And no damage to the car, fortunately for him.
I'm surprised J-Man might have not got a penalty, because looking back at it, he's just underestimated the braking, and he's gone right into the back of the safety car, and you'd usually maybe get a penalty for that. But turns out not, as Mickey leads the Grand Prix.
Hello there's just gone down the inside on K-Man into that hairpin. Lovely move. Isign Rhino's gotten ahead of Mr. Gamer as well into the retirement for Harold.
Oh, and there's a McLaren. There's a McLaren who's out.
You can see the stricken McLaren of Haroldinho on the side. It's a full safety car again.
So J-Man, is it a blessing or is it a curse? Because he'll be able to catch up to the pack, but he's pitted a lap early. And how many more safety cars will we get?
I mean, if he can push this car to the end, he could be in with a chance with all these retirements around collisions. But he will be definitely happy to see the safety car, because he'll get a chance to catch up to the rest of the grid. And in 7th place now there. Our former race leader, Hello, they got tapped round by Rapid Clappy on the safety car restart just a lap ago. And dropped 3 places.
Just a recap for those who are maybe just tuning in. We've had already 6 cars out the race. We've had 5 safety cars. J-Man, who started from last place, had moved himself up to first and had hit the safety car while it was coming in, so that's why he's back to the back of the grid. X2 Mickey pitted in at lap 3 and has pushed himself back up to second. Hello there, who started on pole. He's now down in 7th due to pit stops, and he also got tagged just before the safety car had been deployed again. Rapid Clappy back up into second, so not too bad for him so far. He's managed to pull himself back up, so can he do the back-to-back? He's on the hards, I believe. No, I think he's on the mediums.
And 4 drivers have penalties, all for corner cutting, I believe. It's Bonker Boy, K-Man, Stick AU, Unshod Lizard have penalties. The latter just has a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, I think that is.
Yeah, I believe Unshod Lizard was for speeding in the pit lane, but I think everything else was for cutting the corners. So Haroldinho has caused this safety car to come out. He had spun it, just coming down into the hairpin. Just so unfortunate. He's having a very poor race, and he'll be disappointed. He had drive-throughs, front wing damage, everything above. Just so unfortunate. We'll have one more lap under the safety car, hopefully, and hopefully, for the entertainment's sake, no more safety cars for this race, so we can actually maybe get some racing laps in. So they come around the final corner, but Mylander will lead them out one final time before we get back to racing. Hopefully cleanly for the rest of the race. But we'll see how this heads up. Anything intriguing you so far?
Just kind of, one of the most interesting things I've seen so far is probably just J-Man's, whole weekend. He kind of crashed out at the start, but then he made a comeback, and then, dropped down at the end there.
It's been an interesting race so far for him. Crashed out 3 times in qualifying, unfortunately, but he's managed to make the comeback back, and he's doing it well so far, as we will get confirmation soon whether this safety car will be coming in this lap, so we can get back to racing.
Yeah, J-Man, on fresh tyres, so he'll be looking. Everyone else pretty much is on the hards, and he's on the freshest tyres out of anyone, and the softest compound out of anyone, so he is in a good position to make some moves and cut his way back through the field.
Yeah, it could be an interesting few laps here if we can get some clean racing going on. Can J-Man make his way up? Beano CE hasn't had the cleanest race so far. He's had a few spins. Hopefully he can pull it back together in the next few laps. Make his way back up. Skits down in P12 had a bit of an incident where they double stacked under the safety car before Haroldinho had crashed out.
And we'll get the message now that the safety car is coming in.
There we are. So we will head back to racing. But Mylander will head his way back to the pits. Mickey will control the tempo as we come in to get back racing again.
That's a 5-second penalty for K-Man there. A bit of some things happening under the safety cars. Some front wing I can see. I wonder whose it is.
Might have been K-Man's, because he did get a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Hello there.
Yeah, it is his
Yeah,
front
it
wing.
is. It's K-Man. K-Man's front wing is completely off as we head to the restart. X2 Mickey will lead them off the line.
He's got a wonderful start. That rapid.
So say off to the side. Oh, that was very, very close. Rhino almost been squeezed into the wall by Bonker Boy. As Hello there will make up a place. As we come through, Bonker Boy does have time penalty. Is almost contact there from Rapid Clappy, who is right on the back of X2 Mickey on the restart. Can he make it? He's on the fresher, softer, medium compound. Can he get the job done coming into the hairpin? He was so close before. So we come into the hairpin now. What can he do? Will he try and go for the move down the inside? No, he thinks better of it. Stick behind, wait for a better opportunity. So you go racing.
And Hello There's just made a move on Mr. Game. He might also be able to make a move on Ice and Rhino into the next corner. He can't quite make a move, but he's very close. He's on a charge, this man.
Oh, Rapid Clappy! Maybe going down the inside as they're side by side. Oh, this is great racing as Rapid Clappy goes into the places. Oh no! Unshot Lizard at the race. And it's a virtual safety car. It's a virtual safety car. As Rapid Clappy makes the overtake, so X2 Mickey will get a shot back at the king.
And I don't know why K-Man hasn't pitted here.
K-Man just waiting it out, but that is quite a confusing. Maybe he was waiting for the inevitable safety car.
Yeah, so I should pit right here.
I think he will be. Still just a VSC. It's Unshod Lizard out the races. We are down to 13 and in he comes. K-Man comes into the pits. I will let you know what compound he decides to go on. It looks like it's the mediums. So K-Man will be chucking on the mediums for nice fresh bit of rubber. As Rapid Clappy makes his way into first place as we go green. He's got quite a hefty lead on X2 Mickey. But
you're making a move. He goes really deep on the brakes on Ice Iron Rhino, and he's got the move done. Lovely move around the hairpin there.
I'll have to see what he can do against Bonker Boy. Can he get it done quick so he can start chasing down Mickey and Rapid Clappy?
Well, he's absolutely eating up that gap for breakfast to Bonker Boy. Just down to 3/10 now, under 3/10. And it's a yellow flag for retirement for J-Man!
J-Man's gone! J-Man's gone. Will that be another safety car? Mr. Gamer, a 3-second time penalty for... I think that would be cutting the corners as...
Here goes the Williams on the outside.
Hello there's... Is overtaked under yellows. No, they're not under yellows there, sorry. Thought it might have been a virtual safety car as they're battling. Oh, I think he's tapped the wall maybe. Hello there. But he squeezes himself back up into P3. As now we have DRS enabled. As Hello there sets a 133.0 as here comes Iron Rhino. Maybe trying to make a move. He maybe does against Bonker Boy. Can't quite. Bonker Boy will just hold on. This will be the battle everyone's been wanting. Rapid Clappy, X2 Mickey, Hello there. Probably the three favourites to win this race. We'll now all be gunning each other down for their position.
And MXTZ is currently the closest driver to anyone else. He's right on the back of Mr. Gaming. He's gaining down this straight. Mr. Gaming glitches out behind him. And he's gained a place there. Ice Iron Rhino is right on the back of Bonker Boy, J-Man's teammate.
As Quacker Splash gets a 3-second time penalty, he's in 11th in the McLaren. K-Man down in 12th after pitting. But this has just been absolutely a crazy race as we've already had 8 cars out of the Grand Prix so far. So Rapid Clappy leads from X2 Mickey, Hello there, Bonker Boy and Ice Iron Rhino. Skit, who's had a bit of a mix of a race. Hello there's got DRS.
Ice Iron Rhino's going around the outside on Bonker Boy, who covers him off. And Ice Iron Rhino's going to have a pristine opportunity to overtake Bonker Boy. And Hello there is going for now a move on X2
Oh,
Mickey.
now Hello there down the inside. Oh, it's so tight coming through there. Saw an incident qualifying. Through there, someone coming out the pits.
And he gets the move done. Also, Ice Iron Rhino got the move done on Bonker Boy into turn 1. He's now up into 4th place, and Hello there now has the chance to catch up to Rapid Clappy. And there's a 2-second gap, but he's already reduced it by about a tenth. And we're coming around close to this first DRS zone of the lap. And MXTZ will have a very good opportunity to get past Bonker Boy in 5th place. And he's right on the back of him. Bonker Boy's weaving each side to defend him. Here he goes on the outside. He almost gets put in the wall. And they maintain their position into this chicane. Turn 22. And Mr. Gamer's gotten a very, very nice exit. Is it?
Mr. Gamer might be able to make a move here. He could get both cars in one corner.
Oh,
there's contact! There's a massive crash! The Ferrari's out! Bonker Boy has managed to put himself up into 5th, and that is a massive crash. As MXTZ has managed to escape not being out the race, but he'll have lots and lots of damage. No safety car still though. Maybe trying to hold back and get a bit more racing than we would have had.
Yeah, I think that one was Bonker Boy's fault. There was 3 wide and he just didn't leave enough room for 3 cars. Enough room for 2 cars, but not 3. Just squeezing both those cars over. It resulted in that inevitable collision.
Yeah, Bonker Boy just sort of moved across into the Ferrari and it was more of a domino effect.
Quacker Splash is now going on the outside of Stick AU into the hairpin. Stick AU brakes later, but can Quacker Splash, with a faster average speed through that corner, can he get a better exit? He does get a better exit, and he's now on the inside. Move! And it's a lovely, lovely move. And ISO Skits has got DRS on Bonker Boy. And he's now going for an overtake on him. Can't get it done to turn 22. As I say that, Bonker Boy goes a bit deep. And he just maintains the position.
Oh, there's another crash!
And
there's
Bonker
another
Boy's
crash!
Out of the race.
Bonker Boy out of the race! It almost seems like revenge. Almost seems like revenge there from the Ferraris for almost taking out his teammate, but Bonker Boy out of the race and still no safety car, so want to keep us racing for as long as possible.
Yeah, that one as well, Bonker Boy's fault, just moved over on MXTZ. But as you say, that Hello there is caught up onto Rapid Clappy for the battle for first place. He'll have DRS when they go round, but will he need DRS as he's rapidly catching up to Rapid Clappy?
Yeah, just remember Rapid Clappy on the old medium tyres as well. And ISO Skits seem to be unscathed from that collision. I'm not seeing much damage as we see Rapid Clappy trying to extend this lead on Hello there as it's 5/10 of a second. As we head down, we will get some DRS eventually down this straight. So many cars out. We've already had 9 cars out the Grand Prix so far. Hello there, still trying to chase down. Right on his tail here. Hello there wants this first place back as we'll get into a DRS. He'll have it. This is so quick down the straight. And that Williams as he goes down the inside. Will we see a repeat of what happened with Bonker Boy? No, we won't. But we'll get more DRS on the straight. But X2 Mickey will now become a factor as he's got closer. And I think he'll have DRS. He will. But no, he's backed off almost as here goes Hello there as he maybe goes down the outside. That's a great move. But there's that was so close. Rapid Clappy tried to come back. Wasn't going to go down that easy. But Hello there takes back the lead of the Grand Prix with 5 to go.
And he's opening up a gap already, Hello there, in the Williams, already at 5/10 almost. So if he keeps this pace up, he'll be gone in no time. X2 Mickey's just holding on to the back of Rapid Clapping. He's just gone outside that 1 second mark for DRS.
It's been an interesting 3-way battle here. If Mickey can get close enough.
Yeah, he's gonna
could try. He might be able to get DRS here on Rapid.
He has gotten DRS on him.
Mr. Gamer, another 3-second penalty. Total to 6 so far, one of the highest of Grand Prix. I would say it's been maybe a cleaner race penalty-wise for Div 1, but my oh my, crashes-wise, this has been... Div 2 was a lot calmer than this.
Yeah, very, very hectic race so far. 9 DNFs, just 11 drivers standing, and a bit of a DRS train thing happening here. Hello there's faster than Rapid Clappy, but Rapid Clappy has DRS, so cancelling each other out, and then X2 Mickey can't get past because Rapid Clappy has DRS.
It's going to be an interesting chase down here from X2 Mickey if he wants to get himself back up into that second place position. Rapid also trying to chase down Hello there, but it's just so quick around here. He's just really found the right spot for battling, and he did it so well in Division 2, and I think it might be a repeat here in Division 1.
Yeah, just 4.5 laps to go here. Rapid Clappy is outside that 1 second mark, and it's a retirement for Bean OCE. Crash in that section. I think he would have just spun it into the wall, and Hello there's just going away into the distance. You can see him going now. He's outside that 1 second. But X2 Mickey's catching up on Rapid Clappy, so the battle for second place is still on here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit. So they're coming through the last couple of corners, round turn 25 and round the final turn, the penultimate turn, turn 26 they're going. Can Mickey go for a move? He sticks behind because he's going to have DRS into turn 1. And it's a yellow flag. I think that's K-Man at the back, might have spun. But Rapid Clappy's got an astonishingly good exit there. X2 Mickey's way too far back to go for a move. And he's going a bit wide into turn 1, which is going to let Rapid Clappy pull away a bit. Rapid Clappy's gained a couple of tenths for those first 2 corners. Can X2 Mickey stay back? He hits the wall, and Rapid Clappy also goes wide, so I wonder if there's damage. It's not damage for X2 Mickey. He just clipped the inside of the wall. Just lost
from the looks of it. From the looks of it, not too much damage, but could be costly, as Mickey really needs to start chasing down. But don't forget about Ice Iron Rhino. He's still back there. If these two collide or keep fighting for long, Rhino will keep going. As says, I think that's K-Man
on
dropped it.
X2 Mickey's right on the heels of Rapid Clappy. He's got DRS now.
He's got to be careful coming into this yellow wave flags though, because he won't be able to overtake, and if so, it might be a penalty. Got to be careful and slow down as they are now through, and God, he's just right in the middle of the circuit.
Luckily, I think they're clearing that quickly, and the Haas of X2 Mickey is now on the outside of Rapid Clappy, who covers him off almost into the wall. But can X2 Mickey get an overtake this time around? And it's quite like last time in that Rapid Clappy gets a great exit, but it's not as good as last time, so Mickey might have a chance to send a move, and it's not quite there. He goes quite well there, but the DRS wasn't strong enough.
Ice Iron Rhino has gained about half a second on this battle during that lap. We've got 2 more racing laps to go in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and it's been a bit of the same for Hello there, as he's made a fair big jump, but just like in Div 2, we have 9 cars remaining in this Grand Prix, as X2 Mickey will try come back at Rapid Clappy, see if he can maybe push up here with a few more racing laps to go. Could push himself higher in those championship standings.
Yeah, X2 Mickey's now got some DRS on Rapid Clappy. He's just 2 tenths behind. Is he gonna be patient? He's not, I don't think. Actually, Rapid Clappy just squeezes him out. But X2 Mickey's going to have a great opportunity down this final little bit. As they're going to the final corner, turn 27. They're going to now. X2 Mickey's on the inside for second place in the race. Around the outside swoops Rapid Clappy, who for now keeps second place. But X2 Mickey's got DRS and he's much closer than last time around. And
we'll
down the inside.
Chuck it up the inside and that'll be P2. Oh, but he's gone a bit slow. And Rapid Clappy has brought it back. What a move. And he's kept second place here on the 24th lap. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and Mickey doesn't quite like that. So he's going to be chasing right back at him. Getting that back, that'll be Fury trying to get back here. As they push back here.
If he can keep that gap down to about 0.2 of a second, I reckon he'll have a real shot of getting past X2 Mickey. Just a lap and a half to go here. Only, I'd say about 4 more or 5 more DRS zones to go in this race.
If Skits picks up the pace, he might be able to snatch 4th here from Rhino, because he's just picked up a 3-second penalty. But he seems like he's gaining quite a fair bit. As we see here, Mickey trying to go down on the outside. Thought better of it. Thought more about preserving than going for that second place. But he will get DRS and he's a lot closer than he was last time round. Can he get the job done? He tries to go down the inside and he's got the move done. But I think, Rapid Clappy will get DRS now.
He's also being challenged from Ice-Iron Rhino behind him.
So this will be an interesting T1. Can Mickey hold on? But I think it looks like Rhino's going up the inside. He might be able to get it down through Mickey as well, because Mickey's trying to defend. 3 wide into turn 1, and Mickey's lost out. He's gone down into P4. But Iron Rhino still comes back on the track, but is still technically in P4. So I don't think Mickey has to push too hard, but he really wants to get that second place position.
Yeah, quite unlikely for him to get the position, because there's only 2 more, or 3 more, 2.5 more DRS zones to go, as Mr. Gamer has just gotten past MXTZ, but don't think that will matter with the penalties. We'll just take a look at them. Yeah, Mr. Gamer got 6 seconds.
So as Hello there, just been dominating the past 10 or so laps, as he comes through the final straight. He'll come through into the sweeping left-right chicane. Pretty much nailed it. He comes around the final straight on board here with him. He's already celebrating. He knows he's won it. He's done it in Div 1 and Div 2. Comes around the final corner. He will win. He won in Div 2. He's going to win in Div 1. What a weekend for Hello there as he wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So I saw some battling behind with MXTZ and Mr. Gamer.
Yeah, and it's Rapid
Clappy will get up into second at the line. Mickey will end up third. Rhino fourth. Skits fifth. Quacker sixth. Sticks still going. He's got 3 seconds. But it's not going to matter in the AlphaTauri here for Sticks, as he'll come down the straight. And in both sessions, you'll have an AlphaTauri finish 7th. MXTZ, Mr. Gamer, battling it out on the final straight. I don't think Mr. Gamer will have enough. He has 6 seconds of time penalties anyway. But my oh my, what a race on the second round here at Saudi Arabia. Hello there. Wins it in both divisions. K-Man, driver of the day. Unfortunately, is not here though to pick up that driver of the day, as he did not finish the race. As we see here, Hello there, walking onto the podium to claim his second first place trophy of the weekend. What a race. What a weekend for him.
Actually, I'm remembering something. He could actually get moved down to second place because of a reset to track that happened a lot earlier. I wonder if that gap is less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because it's a 10-second time penalty if you auto reset to track in races, and I definitely did see him do it.
So, what a race. We had 9 cars finish the race, 11 not finish. Hello There wins back-to-back. Rapid Clappy second, which will push him further in the standings. I think that might help him still get along in the standings. But what a race from Hello There, who isn't even in Div1. He's reserve driver, so that'll help him in the reserve championships. But Rapid Clappy will still hold on to his first place position. And what a Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and we will see you all next weekend.
Yeah, it could be a potential post-race position change. If it were to happen, it would actually drop Hello There down into 4th place.
Wow, that's massive.